Why do we listen to music? No, seriously, have you ever thought about it? Music is everywhere. It's playing in stores, restaurants, classrooms, everywhere. I have a friend with a speaker in their kitchen playing music from when they wake up to when they go to bed. It's this constant thing that we're not even always aware of. But why is it there? Well, I'm here to prove that our desire for music is led by its emotional, social, physical, and cognitive benefits. Let's start with the very basics. Biologically, what's going on when we hear music? Music is basically just a bunch of sounds, so our brain takes a look at what it's heard so far and tries to predict what the next sound is going to be. If the real pattern is not as good as what the brain expected, it's not pleasurable. But if it's surprising and better than what the brain expected, it's highly pleasurable. When it's the same, the brain thinks it's a little boring but still fine. Now let's talk about the first and probably most obvious pro to music: emotional benefits. One study found that the most important dimensions of music listening are arousal and mood regulation. Often, how we feel determines what music we listen to, but the music we listen to can actually influence how we feel too. Listening to music is an effective way to soothe the mind and reduce stress. I enjoy playing the ukulele, and I notice that when I'm stressed and I take a little break to play the ukulele, sing, or just listen to music, it calms me down and I feel better. Music can be a fantastic emotional outlet. Emotion, music, and memory are all closely related, something I actually researched for a different paper. But think about the nostalgia people experience from music. Consider the emotion a wedding song or childhood music can bring. It's not the music itself, but the meaning for the individual. For me, that song is Room for You by Lynn Lapid.
I've been meaning to call.
To you, it's probably just a song, but to me, it represents a broken relationship I once had. Just hearing that opening line can bring me to tears. That song gives me a way to cope with those emotions, and I know I'm not the only one with music like that. In fact, that study I referenced earlier found that self awareness, which includes coping with emotions and situations, introspection, meaning, and escaping reality, had almost the same amount of influence on our listening to music as mood regulation did. Music can help us hide from reality, but it can also help our brains process our own being and the world around us. On a slightly lighter note, music can help us bond with other people. When people participate in group musical activities like dancing and singing, the brain actually releases social hormones like oxytocin and endorphins, suggesting that music can help people feel more connected to one another. Even that study I keep going back to lists social relatedness as one of the most important reasons people listen to music. Think about the communities and social connections music can bring. Even if you don't like her, think about Taylor Swift's audience and how many people she has brought together. There's so many cognitive benefits too that can come from listening to music. Self-awareness being one we've already discussed. Cherry found that older adults listening to music performed better on cognitive tasks than those not listening to music. But it's not just elderly who benefit, it's all of us. Listening to upbeat music can lead to better processing speeds, and both upbeat and downbeat music can lead to improved memory. In fact, Florida National University encourages its students to listen to music while studying and around campus because it can relieve stress, help with test anxiety, improve memory and focus, and help you perform better academically. It feels irresponsible not to take advantage of that. But it doesn't stop there. Even though it sounds kind of crazy, music can actually help you physically too. It's been shown that music can actually help people manage pain. It even helped those with conditions increase their motor ability. Music can help you fall asleep, sleep longer, and have higher quality sleep. Another thing music can do is distract us when we're exercising. One study showed that when we're listening to music while exercising, it can divert our attention away from the physical effort we're exerting and make us put in more effort subconsciously. There are just so many benefits to listening to music, and those benefits can cause us to naturally gravitate towards it. Music is kind of like a superpower. It can be used to improve our lives in a multitude of ways, emotionally, socially, physically, and cognitively. It kind of feels irresponsible not to take advantage of that. Listen to music. Use it to help you study and do better in school. Use it to improve your sleep. Use it when you're exercising. Use it to grow stronger social connections and regulate your mood. Music is a powerful tool at your disposal that you should not be afraid to use. These are my references. They changed a little bit over time, but you can find them in the description as well. And I will link my Google document to the essay that I did about this before making this documentary. Thank you.